I know. Second video already gonna be uploaded by tonight. But before I go to sleep, I just want to watch this little quick video. Because I'm in like a horror mood. And I don't feel like going to sleep. And then taking care of this tomorrow. Like, let's be for real.
It was exactly 3 a.m. and my dog, who usually sleeps outside, started barking loudly. So loudly it woke me up. I tried to ignore it, but I couldn't. I got up and looked out the window to see what the problem was. He was barking at the gate used to enter our courtyard. I couldn't see what he was barking at from the window, so I decided to go outside and see for myself what he was freaking out about. This gate is joined by a wooden fence. From the door of the house, you can see the road. The moment I opened the door and stood in the doorway, he stopped barking. I looked around and still couldn't see anything because of how dark it was. After a few seconds, and since the dog stopped barking, I headed back to my bed. I lay there for not even 3 minutes and the dog started barking again. Again, I went outside and just like the first time, the barking stopped. And just like before, I looked around from the doorway and saw nothing. I went to bed and the dog would bark again. This whole process happened twice more. The last time, I decided to actually step out of my door and look around. Just like before, the dog started barking, but as I looked around, I saw something moving on the other side of the fence in the corner of my eye. I quickly turned to see a black figure running on all fours like a dog, only it was definitely not a dog. It was a strange dog-like thing with no hair, completely black from head to toe, and it was running away all creepy, as if it had no bones. I decided to just ignore it as some strange animal of the night, and it probably looked weird to me because I was so tired. I didn't pay too much attention. My dog was still barking at the gate though. I walked into the yard a bit further to get a better view of the rest of the courtyard. I wanted to see if anyone else was there. There was no one. I started to head back to the house and, just as I did, a wooden stump flew into my yard and landed where I was just standing. I turned to see the stump firmly embedded in the ground. Without thinking twice, I grabbed my dog and I ran inside. I locked the door behind me, went straight to my bed, and hid under the covers. There's no way I was going to sleep. I just sat there, rocking back and forth under the covers until the sun started to shine through the window and I could hear the morning birds chirping. As soon as I heard my mom was up, I went to her and told her what happened. She tried to come up with a logical explanation to put me at ease, but I could tell even she didn't know what could have happened or what that creature might have been. I still shudder at the thought of what would have happened to me if I hadn't turned to go back in the house right at that moment, and that stump had actually hit me in the head. What kind of creature was that? The more I think about it, the more I'm sure that wasn't a dog.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm a little confused. Because it showed like the log hitting her. So did it really hit her? Did any of this happen? Don't do this whole Twilight thing on me. Like, it's late. That video does look good. But, it's a bad entity. If you think you saw something, it's that. And clearly you couldn't have seen anything because it was in the middle of the night, but who knows? Log gets thrown at you, dog keeps barking, but every time when you come outside, he stops, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. For this one, I think you just have like a bad spirit in the house, probably. But yeah.